Hi, I'm reading a book called Zishe the Strongman, and this is a true story. I'm going to show you a picture of the real man at the end. This book takes place quite a long time ago. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, today the great Zishe will attempt to perform something never done before. He will place a thick leather strap in his teeth and attempt to haul a wagon load of 10 men for half a mile down Fifth Avenue in New York City. Gather round to witness this incredible feat of strength. Wow, that sounds really incredible. Who would have thought that a Polish Jew, who is the son of a poor blacksmith, would become the strongest person in the world? Wow. When Zishe was 3 years old, he loved to watch his father work. He would pick up a 9-pound hammer, swing it around, and pound it on the anvil. He laughed when he heard the crashing noise it made. That is really heavy for a 3-year-old. As Zishe grew older, the village children would bring him things to test his strength. "Here, Zishe," they would say, "can you bend this metal bar?" Zishe, just 7 years old, would bend it easily. He's bending a bar. "This is a thick chain," they dared him. "I bet you can't snap it in half." But that's exactly what Zishe did. By the time Zishe turned 11, there was not a bar that he could not bend or a chain that he could not snap. But Zishe was also gentle. He loved small animals. He would hold tiny mice in his hands, and he loved to feed nuts to squirrels. He also liked listening to music and learned to play the cello. To earn money for music lessons, he used his strength to haul and carry things for others. As the years passed, Zishe's fame as a strongman spread throughout Poland. Strangers would come to town to challenge his strength. Zishe loved to put on a show for people. He banged nails into an 8-inch thick board using just the palm of his hand. He didn't even need a hammer. He cracked hard-shell nuts between 2 fingers. Once he lifted 7 people off the ground at the same time and took them for a walk. Can you imagine? Newspapers began to print stories of this Superman of strength. They reported not only that he was young and strong, but that he was also Jewish. One day, a stranger came to the blacksmith shop. "I am Helmut Rainer from Vienna," he introduced himself. "I produce the most splendid shows. We travel to Paris, Rome, Venice, and even to London. I want you to perform great feats of strength for my audiences. You will become famous throughout Europe." Zishe put down his horseshoe. He would be sad to leave the village he loved, but he did not want to be a blacksmith all of his life. With his parents' blessing, Zishe left his home to travel the world. That must have been hard to leave his family. Everywhere he appeared, Zishe astonished the crowds. He would lie on his back and support a car filled with 10 people. And he had motorcycles race across his chest on a platform. In another incredible feat, an elephant would walk over a bridge built across his chest. Wow. Let's see, can I get there you go. Can you see that? And there's the elephant. Whenever he came to a town or city, Zishe would visit the Jewish community. He would lift children high into the air, and they would cheer him as their hero, their Samson. Samson is the story of another strong Jewish man. One day, Zishe received an invitation from B.F. Keith's vaudeville shows to come and perform in America. When the ocean liner docked in New York Harbor, a great crowd of actors, wrestlers, and other famous athletes were waiting to greet the Superman of strength. And there's the big boat he was on. Here are the signs that they have. When a reporter asked Zishe how he kept so strong and healthy, he replied, "I train hard, eat good foods, and I pray to God." Then he lifted his huge trunk, his cello case, and 3 heavy suitcases and walked through the streets to his hotel. All that stuff on his head, wow. Super strong. As he traveled throughout America, Zishe would take time to visit his fellow Jews. Often he would play his cello for children who were sick in the hospital. His heart was as great as his strength. He was a real mensch. And now, on this sunny day in New York City, Zishe would try to perform his greatest ever feat of strength. "Ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages," Mr. Keith bellowed, "I would like your attention, please. I need 10 volunteers to sit in this wagon." Then he selected 10 of the biggest men he could find. "Now let me introduce the strongest man in the world, the one and only Zishe." The people cheered and applauded. Today, the great Zishe will attempt to perform a feat never done before. Today, he will place this thick leather strap in his teeth, ladies and gentlemen. He will then attempt to haul this wagon load of 10 men for half a mile down 5th Avenue. I give you now the Iron King. Zishe walked to the wagon. He removed his flaming red cloak. He loosened and flexed his muscles and concentrated. Zishe placed the leather strap between his teeth, biting down hard. He squatted and braced his powerful legs. Suddenly, Zishe surged upward and forward. His muscles bulged and strained. Sweat poured down his face and chest, but nothing happened. People held their breath. Maybe this was too much, even for Zishe. Zishe continued to strain forward, and then the wagon wheels started to turn. Just a little, and then a little more, and more. The wagon with its load of 10 men slowly rolled down 5th Avenue. As it gained speed, the crowd went wild. Woohoo! It was the crowning achievement for the Iron King. And here's a picture of what Zishe really looked like. You see? What I love about this book is not only was Zishe strong with his muscles, but his heart was really strong too. And that's always important to remember. Bye.